Seltzer Kings.
Podcasts.
At Sierra, discover great deals on top brand workout gear, like high-quality walking shoes, which might lead to another discovery.
40,000 steps, baby. Who's on top now, Karen?
You've taken the office step challenge a step too far. Don't worry, though. Sierra also has yoga gear. It might be a good place to find your zen. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
The spirit of innovation is deeply ingrained in America, and Google is helping Americans innovate in ways both big and small. Central Texas Regional Mobility Authority is using Google AI to create smarter tolling systems and improve traffic flow for Texans. This is a new era of American innovation. Find out more at g.co/American innovation.
Morning. You know who I am, right?
I do.
Just out of curiosity, did you know who I was last week?
Nope.
Your dad drives one bus off a cliff and your days of being under the radar are over.
I'm sorry, did you want something?
Yeah, so I need proof that my father didn't kill himself. I have a mother and a little brother, and we've become accustomed to having a place to live and, like, food. Insurance companies don't pay if they decided suicide.
Jesse, I wouldn't even know where to start with that. I mean, how do you prove that someone didn't kill themselves?
If I knew, I wouldn't be waiting for Veronica Mars in a bathroom.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Great. Because I'm sorry is so helpful.
Jesse! You know, if my dad killed a bunch of people I went to school with, I don't know if I'd have the nerve to show my face at school. Hey, Veronica! Are you and Duncan coming to Logan's life short party? It's gonna be...
Okay, I'll help you, but you must chill.
Oh, it's the boys. Oh, yeah. Welcome, everybody, from Podcast The Listening Land to another episode of Boys Watching Veronica Mars. We're just two boys watching every episode of Veronica Mars for the first time, giving our review, our reactions. We're your hosts. I'm Joe Welke.
I am Vance.
Oh, you were tripped up. You're tripped up. You're mesmerized by my singing. Today, we're talking about Season 2, Episode 2, titled Driver Ed, directed by Nick Mark, written by Diane Ruggiero. Original air date, October 5th, 2005, to an audience of 2.73 million people. And before we hop into this episode, this insane, amazing, crazy, awesome episode of Veronica Mars, join our Discord. Link is in the show notes. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/boyswatchingbuffy. We are releasing our dinosauric review of Jurassic World Rebirth this week. And here's a little sneak for you guys. We did a whole fucking podcast, came back to record more. We did the whole podcast and we're like, no, we're not done.
Yeah.
We're not done. Recorded another extra several minutes that we did not expect to happen.
Yeah. If you have been waiting to join the Patreon for our movie reviews, this is the one to join it for. It's it is a deep dive into the Jurassic World Rebirth. 3+ hours.
Yeah, it is an epic.
Yeah.
It is an epic. We did a 3-hour podcast on it, and then we came back to record more.
And we could probably talk about more.
Oh, yeah, we've been talking about more.
But if you want to go to Patreon, you can get that movie review itself for $3, or you can join the movie review tier for $8, and you can get Angel, you can get Dollhouse, you can get all the other movies. So, choose the tier of your preference.
Plus an oft forgotten video series, Joe's Fashion Report /Corner. That's still up there.
Covering seasons
5 to 7 of Buffy fashion.
You didn't start in 4? You weren't in the college years?
You know what? I might have been.
I think it's 4. Yeah,
at least 4. Yeah, I think you might be right. Were they in college in 5?
No, she's not a freshman. We don't go through all 4 years.
I don't know. Joe's Fashion Report /Corner's on there.
We're Buffy experts too.
Yeah. But yes, if you want to just purchase that Jurassic World Rebirth, it's $1 an hour, $3 for 3 hours. I mean,
it's great. It's great.
I would push. This is the one that I'm pushing the hardest. You know, we always talk about how like our podcasts are good, and like we're not fucking around. We're not lying. I think we do good work. But this Jurassic World Rebirth one.
What's the Jurassic Park slogan? 70 million
65 million years in the making or something.
Yeah, that's the theme of our podcast.
Yeah,
that episode.
I mean, we've been talking about Jurassic Park for the entirety of our podcast, basically.
Yeah.
So we had to. Also, little housekeeping note up top here. Next week we will be releasing a special, different episode. We will not be doing the next episode of Veronica Mars because, we've got lives to live, people.
Yeah. But we're not going to leave you empty-handed. There will be something else on the feed.
Yes. We will be giving you a little carrot. We're going to give you a carrot. We're going to give you a treat. But so be on the lookout for that. But also, we're doing Dollhouse. I don't know I think you mentioned that. Yeah, we're doing Dollhouse on the Patreon. And we're all wrapping that up. And speaking of wrapping that up, if you join our Discord, there is a bracket-style tournament that our listeners have created about what show we should do next after Dollhouse. Now, this has been taken upon by the listeners. I've been peppering in a little suggestions here and there about like how it should be done. This is by no means an official thing, but we will be looking at the results, taking some of this stuff into consideration.
Yes, to be fully transparent, we are not sure what we're going to do next, and we have our eye on this. We're pretty keen on keeping an eye on this to make sure we're curious to see what the results of this are.
We want to have our finger on the pulse of the listeners. So seeing this tournament play itself out, I'm very interested to see how it all goes.
Yeah, shout out to Tofu Lover, who's kind of spearheading this thing, putting it together. And if you haven't joined Discord yet, this is the time to join it. And I know Discord might seem a little scary, a little daunting, but if Joe and I can use it, you can use it.
Yeah, I've never used Discord before we got it for this podcast. I figured it out. I have faith that you can figure it out as well.
It might look overwhelming at first, but it's very simple. It's just click on this channel and type words to chat. And all of this stuff is in the general channel. And a lot of stuff.
Scroll down a bit to get to the general channel.
Yeah, but that's where you'll find stuff. And everybody there will guide you there. And there's a lot of Buffy talk still happening. Buffy talk is still active, and there's spoiler chats, so you can talk about all of Veronica Mars, not just the episodes that we've done. And that goes the same for Dollhouse and other shows. So it's a good time. It's a nice, safe environment on the internet.
Community is very fun.
Yeah,
very fun. Very appreciative of it. Yeah, but I know that one of our Discord users, Mark, he is watching Buffy. His girlfriend's watching Buffy for the first time, I think.
Yeah,
and he's going through it, giving her reactions. Vance is giving updates about Zelda Breath of the Wild, which he's been playing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about sports anime with people. We're all over the fucking place. But yes, join the Discord. Anything else up top?
Little follow-up. Spice Master Allie, our legal expert, brought up the fact that Logan's case didn't go to trial. It was a preliminary hearing that was dismissed due to lack of evidence. So that's why it only lasted the 6 months. So.
Okay.
All right.
Good to know.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. This is also another benefit of the Discord.
Yep.
We get insight like that.
Yep.
We have nurses, we have lawyers, we have all kinds of different people.
We're people that do real stuff.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to crack open this Hawaiian shaved ice Alani, which is the flavor I've been hoarding from Vance.
Yeah. I got a cherry slush finally.
Fuck yeah, dude. Cherry slush is so good. Let me get the first. I've never had the Hawaiian shaved ice, but cherry slush bangs. Oh, I do not like Hawaiian shaved ice. You can have it. I'll trade you.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
Hawaiian shaved ice tastes like pina colada. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a picture of a pina colada on it. Yeah, I should have known. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm going to be fucking miserable through this podcast.
You won't be because it's 200 milligrams of caffeine. So
true. Good thing I started off my morning with a Baja Blast wake up.
Oh, God. You're a monster.
It was from last night. I didn't want to treat it all at 1 in the morning.
God, that's even worse.
I got Taco Bell at like 1 in the morning and I drank only a little bit of Baja Blast. And then I had McDonald's breakfast and Baja Blast.
Oh, jeez.
I'm doing well, everybody.
Thoughts and prayers for Joe, please. The cherry slush has got a very Slurpee-esque taste to it.
Yeah, it's cherry slush.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, driver Ed. Predictions.
I said that Veronica would be investigating the crash. You said Veronica looking into the bus driver. Yeah.
God, we're both killed it. We knocked it out of the park on that one.
How do we figure out driver Ed would have something to do with?
We nailed it.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to take the wins when we can. Our predictions for Veronica Mars have been brutal.
Mm-hmm.
But let us get into the episode. It starts off with a recap of episode 1, basically. And Veronica's at her job. And she's thinking about how it must have been to die on the bus and what the bus crash must have been like and what all of your last thoughts must have been. It's very morbid, very dark. Duncan shows up and it's revealed that Meg has survived the bus crash.
I'll take that prediction call.
Yeah, you did call that.
It's just you're not going to kill her off. That's too sadistic.
Yeah. She survived, but she's like... in a coma, she's unconscious.
No one cares about the journalism teacher.
Nah, fuck her, Miss Dumbass. But yes, Veronica has all kinds of feelings of guilt about Meg being on the bus, and Duncan's like, "It's not your fault, dude." And Veronica's like, "No, but it is, because if she still liked me and if I didn't like backstab her and start dating you or whatever, she would have not been on the bus and she would have been in the limo and like all the other kids would have died and that would have been fine."
Yeah.
But Meg.
This is where I wrote, she's a true 09er where she's like, but Meg survived too. She's injured. She's not even one of the ones that perished in the crash.
Yeah. No,
I get what they're going for with the survivor's guilt, but it's focused on Meg too hard.
Yeah. Yeah, there were like 20 other kids on the bus.
I feel like they say 6.
Could not care about.
I feel like they say 6. I feel like they made it less.
Oh, all right. I'd have to go back and watch that first episode because it seemed like there was like quite a few people at that baseball.
There might have been 12
stadium.
Total, and then like a couple were in different cars. Yeah, and then I don't know. Yeah.
Dick, Veronica, Duncan, Kristen Ritter,
Beaver.
Oh yeah, so yeah, there would have only been like 6 other people.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough. But while Veronica's dealing with her emotions and Duncan's trying to comfort her, Tessa Thompson shows up, and her character's name is Jackie Cook, and she's like, "Hello, does anybody fucking work here? I'm trying to get a fucking macchiato. And Veronica's like, oh, I'm on my break. And she's like, I don't give a fuck if you're on your break, girl. Make me a fucking macchiato. I don't care if you need to be a magician. Make one appear. And Veronica's like, wow, you're a really fucking rude asshole. Even if I wasn't on my break, I don't make the macchiatos. Tessa Thompson's like, I don't give a fuck. She's going to be Queen 09er by the end of this.
Well, the key thing in the scene is she looks at Duncan and says he can do better. And Veronica turns back with the biggest shocked look on her face. And I was like, this is good. This is good.
Like this tension here.
Tessa Thompson is going to be the Cordelia of this show.
I hope so. I mean, I like her in this episode. It's an interesting episode.
Oh, but Meg's being bitchy, but Tessa's fine.
Well, Jackie Cook is not blaming Veronica for stuff that doesn't matter.
like making a macchiato.
Yeah, that's just typical 09er stuff.
Okay, all right, sure.
That's entitled 09er stuff. Meg was just she needed to be taken out, and she wasn't, which I'm very upset about.
Oh, boy.
So, speaking of this bus accident, Sheriff Lamb is being questioned by the press. He's having a press conference about the bus accident. And everybody's asking, like, hey, are you even investigating this bus accident? And he's like, yeah, we're looking into it. We're looking into the driver, see if there's anything weird about him. His name is Ed Doyle. Driver Ed, you all get it. His name is Ed Doyle. And he found some concerning things about the driver. He has a history of mental illness, marital problems. He attempted suicide once before. They found no skid marks on the road, so it's all fucking very suspicious, and they're trying to get to the bottom of how this happened or why this happened. And Woody Goodman's there, and he's just looking on like, interesting,
He seems,
Woody Goodman is Steve Guttenberg.
Yeah, he's looking on. He's not enjoying what's happening in this scene.
No.
Yeah, but I'm surprised he's there.
I was surprised that he's there too. I was like, what's going on?
I don't think he would actually be there, but I think story shorthand, I get why they're doing this, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. And I gotta say, Sheriff Lamb looks like he lost some weight, got in shape or something. He's looking fucking good.
He got a haircut.
He looks good, man. His jaw is like a lot more present in this. He's looking good.
You're such a weirdo, dude.
He is. I notice these things. So then we have Veronica at school, and she's doing some VO about how like a bunch of reporters are showing up to the school now looking to get stories from the students about like what they think happened with the bus accident or any kind of other stories about the students that were killed on the bus accident. They just need some kind of crumb of information. They're all hounding all these students.
Where was all this hounding when Logan was on trial?
That was during the summer, Vance. That was during the summer.
Like that's the son of the biggest celebrity who's now in jail for murdering his friend's girlfriend was arrested for potentially murdering another kid.
Yeah.
But this bus accident has like reporters climbing all over the place. What?
Oh, it was over the summer. It's over the summer. What, are they going to swarm summer school? No, they don't do that.
Yeah, they would.
But Veronica goes into school. She heads into her office, aka the bathroom. And there's some girl there waiting for Veronica. And her name is Jessie. She is the daughter of Ed Doyle, the bus driver. And she's like, hey, Veronica Mars, I heard that you're the person to ask to like solve some problems. And I need you to find proof that my dad didn't kill myself. Because now
kill
Jessie...
himself.
Yeah, her dad didn't kill himself, yeah. because Jesse's now getting bullied by the entire school. And she's like, nobody ever heard of me before this happened. And now everybody knows who I am and they're all bullying me. And Veronica's like, yeah, I don't think I can help you, dude. I am not interested. Like, how am I going to fucking prove that he didn't kill himself? Like, it sounds like an impossible task.
Because the tasks you did all last season weren't impossible tasks at all.
Yeah. Yeah. So Veronica's like, can't help you out. And Jesse's like, fine, be a bitch.
Yo, Jesse, like you talked about Meg, Jesse is really giving Veronica shit like any of this is her fault. It didn't make any sense. He's like,
Jesse came in so hot.
Now I have to come into the girls' room, which is your office, to talk to Veronica Mars for help. I'm like, wait, why are you giving her attitude? She hasn't done anything to you. She was almost on the bus. Like,
yeah, I didn't understand the attitude, but I guess if Jesse's being bullied and she's sick of it, like, I don't know. But she comes in so hot.
Like you said last week, she's the one who needs the help. Jesse needs the help. So why are you being confrontational?
Yeah, I don't get why she's being so aggressive. I don't get it. She's coming in with the same energy that Meg had last week of like, Veronica's like, hey, I'm trying to help you. And Meg was like, ugh, fuck you. Jesse's like, I need your help, but also fuck you.
Yeah. Like,
I was just like, girl, this is no way to ask for help.
Yeah.
But Veronica's like, can't help you. She's about to leave the bathroom. And then a
gaggle of girls.
A quartet of lovely teenage girls come in and they start bullying Jesse. And then they turn around to invite Veronica to some 09er party.
A Life's Too Short party being thrown by Logan.
Wow.
Yeah. Or not Life's Too Short, Life's Short party. Sorry. Life's Short party.
Wow. That's that tactful Logan Eccles. They invite Veronica, and then Jesse just grabs this lead girl, the Cordelia of the group, per se. Jesse spins her around and just punches her out.
Mm-hmm.
And then Veronica sees this, and she's like, I'm inspired. Jesse, I like your chutzpah. I like your moxie, kid. I'm going to help you out, but you just got to chill.
Yeah, you can't be knocking out bitches in the bathroom. I will help you now.
This is my place of work.
I'm like, isn't she going to get expelled? Because I can't see this 09er getting up and not running to the principal.
Yeah. No, she's at least getting suspended.
But she doesn't.
Nope. But Veronica's down to help now. So Veronica, we get the theme song, come back. Veronica's at the scene of the accident where there's a memorial for all the students that were killed on the side of the highway. And Veronica's in her VO and she's like, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to figure this shit out. Like, I don't know. There's nothing here for me. I have no idea what we're doing here.
Yeah.
And Jesse's there. And Jesse's like, oh, look at all these poor whimpering families memorializing their lost loved ones. Oh, let's see who's the most loved. Whoever has the biggest shrine to their death, they're the most loved or whatever. They're the most missed. And everybody just kind of turns around and looks at Jesse like, yo, what the fuck is your problem?
Yeah, she's like, oh, nothing for my dad here. Guess everyone's going to see who has the biggest one. And it's just grieving families there.
Yeah. It's like, Jesse, you could solve this by making a shrine for your dad here.
Or you could not make people that already hate your dad hate you also.
Yeah. It's like, why the fuck would these grieving families make a memorial for your dad? He's the reason all of them are dead.
Which they don't really... We'll talk about it at the end, hopefully, if I remember it, because I tend to tease things and not remember. But
that's why we had to record an extra 15, 20 minutes of the Jurassic Park.
But yeah, we'll see. But everyone's grieving here. Like, lives are lost, people died, and she's just,
Yeah. So Veronica pulls her away and she's like, hey, girl, I thought I told you to chill. So they leave. So then we go over to Woody Goodman. Great name, by the way. Woody Goodman. Good fun name.
It reminds me too much of Saul Goodman from Better Call Saul, the cricket lawyer.
So he's talking to Keith at a baseball field where he's got like a little league team practicing. And he's like, hey, look, man, I'm running for mayor.
Not right. He says he's running for county supervisor.
Oh, yes. Oh, right. Yeah, because I'm looking at the Wikipedia. Balboa County Supervisor, more commonly known as the mayor of Neptune.
Okay.
In quotes.
That's what I Googled county supervisor and mayor to see if it was like the same thing, but different wording. Because I was like, why even go that low? It's like, I was like, is he going to be comptroller?
Well, he's running to become the king of Neptune. And he's talking to Keith. And he's like, I'm running for king because I love Neptune. I love this place. And that's why I want to be the king of it.
The cleaner. He's running on a cleaner and safer platform.
Yeah. And you know what I would love, Keith? I'd love it if you would run for sheriff again. I think you'd do a great job for the community if you were sheriff again. And Keith's like, oh, yeah, really? Interesting. You think that I'd do a good job as sheriff? Tell me, Woody Goodman, where did you land when I was being ousted as sheriff? Which side did you vote for? And Woody Goodman's like, I'll be straight up with you, man. I voted to get you out. I'll be real. Like, at the time, I thought that you were a fucking idiot. But now I see the error of my ways. And that's how you know I'm a good guy.
And you know,
I'm admitting I was wrong.
I know all the problems seem to be stemming from 09er stuff, but yeah, but the thing that we need to get rid of is this PCH or gang that hasn't caused any trouble that we've known.
Yeah. Now, meanwhile, while they're having this conversation, there is it looks like a pickup baseball game with the unwashed masses of Neptune. It's just the derelicts of society. And you can see this class warfare shit going on once again because Woody Goodman's team is a bunch of white kids and all of these other kids that are waiting for the field. They're like, hey, your time is up. It's our turn to play on the baseball field.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah. Do you not see that happening at all?
No. Did they say time is up or did someone throw a bad pitch and they were all playing together? I don't really. I wasn't really.
They were not playing. The other kids that were all in like jeans and shit, they were like, hey, your time is up.
I couldn't really tell what was going on because there seemed to be no other coaches or managers, and the other group is in uniforms, though.
Yeah.
But where's their coach, manager, person?
No. They're just looking to play like a pickup game of baseball.
Oh, they're not in uniforms or anything?
No, they're like wearing jeans and t-shirts and stuff.
Okay.
But they're mad because Woody Goodman's team has like gone over their allotted time. And they're yelling at the Woody Goodman team. And then they start a fight, a brawl. Woody Goodman comes over, he breaks it up, and he goes, hey, sorry, we did go over our time. Like, we were, like, going over. No need to do this. Let's go our separate ways.
All right. I don't remember it happening that way, but sure.
I'm pretty certain that's what happened. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure.
I remember he comes out and he's like, hey, you guys want to be pros? Like, hey, we got to work together and stuff like that. That's what I remember happening. And then Keith is watching him and being like, oh, this guy's so nice. And he works well with kids. And it's really cheesy. But
yeah, Keith's looking like with admiration, like, oh, this guy's a good guy.
He's like, I might have to call up Wallace's mom and say I found someone else.
So, yeah, we go to the Mars household. Veronica's cooking something for Keith, and
so she doesn't get yelled at.
Yeah, where's my lasagna, woman? Keith tells Veronica about how, like, yeah, Woody Goodman, he's running for. I'm just gonna keep saying mayor because that's what they keep saying.
It's mayor. He'd used a different term, but yeah.
He's running for mayor, and Veronica's like, well, that's cool. He seemed like a nice guy, and I bet he's probably going to win. And Keith's like, well, yeah, he's probably going to win because he's running unopposed. And Keith is like, and he wants me to be sheriff again. And Veronica's like, that's fucking awesome. I can't wait for you to be sheriff again. And Keith's like, I don't know if I really want to run for sheriff again because running for sheriff, I can, people get into digging up dirt and digging into our history and stuff. And I don't know if I want to put you through that again. And Veronica's like, what more? What more could they do?
What?
I thought I was fucking my brother for
What other dirt are they going to dig up that are...
Yeah. So Veronica's like, I don't care. Just fucking run for it. And Keith's like, I'll think about it. And then there is a news report on TV. And who's on TV but Kevin Smith from Clerks fame, from Mallrats fame, from Dogma fame, Silent Bob of Jay and Silent Bob.
He directed Chasing Amy that had the previous journalism teacher.
Yeah, Chasing Amy with, before he got good teeth, Ben Affleck. His teeth were so bad back in the day. So yeah, Kevin Smith's on TV. He's talking about Ed Doyle because Ed Doyle was at his convenience store. He runs like a convenience store with a gas station type situation. And Ed Doyle bought a St. Christopher medal and then threw it away as soon as he bought it. Keith and Veronica are watching this, and Keith is like, Veronica, I don't know what I would have done if you were on that bus. I would have been so beside myself. And Veronica's like, it would have been fine. She makes a joke of it, and Keith's like, you don't have to make a joke all the time. Like, we can have like a moment. Veronica's like, no, we can't.
She's like, no, the fans have come to know that this is how I handle traumatic situations until I'm by myself and I have a voiceover that's so scary.
Yeah. So then Veronica starts to walk towards her room and she gets a light bulb goes off. She turns around to Keith and she's like, wait a minute. Maybe I should go to that convenience store and investigate like what Ed Doyle was doing there. Like, what else did he buy? Maybe he bought some Red Bulls or something because he was sleepy. Maybe that's why he drove off the road. And Keith's like, honey, don't get involved. And Veronica's like, a friend of mine, her dad died. I'm friends with his daughter. It's like, you're not friends with her. She threatened you.
Yeah, she's like, he's like, it's something like, it'll bring peace of mind to her to know.
Mm-hmm.
And then Keith is just there with this big, sad Charlie Brown head, like, okay. It's like, hey, Keith, do you have a busy docket right now? Like, you can help too. But I'm okay with shit. I'm okay with Keith not helping because this episode does a thing that we've been asking for, where people have their own little side stories, and we get to cut away from Veronica's actions just to break it up a little bit. It
is nice.
It is nice. It is a lot happening.
It's like an actual episode of TV.
And you can do TV different ways, but this is just, it helps because there's so much in this episode still. But Veronica doesn't have to bounce between all 4 storylines.
Yeah, I was about to say, we've been asking for this to see like what a day is like in the lives of these other people. But I just did not realize how far stretching, how many characters are in this, that they give, each of them have a separate story in this episode. There's like fucking M plots, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
It's about 4 major plots, but Veronica doesn't have to she pops into them, but she's not the driving force of the plots. Yeah. And that is what the first season had too much.
Like you were talking about.
Yeah, it wasn't like, well, I got to find out how this whole bus full of kids died, but also who's dating this person? It's like,
also, who hit Tessa Thompson?
Yeah.
Also,
yeah, it's like,
should I run for sheriff?
I have to convince my dad to run for sheriff, so I got to come up with an elaborate plot, find out how the bus crashed. Yeah.
But so Veronica goes to school the next day, and she overhears some girls talking shit about Meg, and they're like, "Oh my God, you think her face is gonna be all fucked up when she gets up out of that coma?" And then Veronica slams their locker shut.
It's always interesting how she lashes out on certain people.
Yeah. So she walks past these people. She's shook. And then Duncan shows up, and Duncan's like, "Yo, what's up, girl? How's it going?" This is the most personality we've ever seen out of Duncan, aside from when he did a fucking flip off of that.
He is so upbeat.
He is insanely upbeat.
And the girls talking at the locker, like, well, at least everyone that we knew got off the bus, like just another bitchy group of 09er girls. And these are the girls that Veronica would be hanging out with and has been hanging out with. Except for 1 year, which was last year. This is her crew.
Right. Listen to Weevil over here.
This is her crew, but I'm saying these are her people. Like, she hung out with Lily.
Yeah. The worst of the worst.
Yeah, kind of.
Lily would have been saying way worse stuff than this.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. This is... Yeah. I don't know.
Lily probably been like, yeah, any kind of fucked up face would be an improvement for Meg. And just like high-fived herself. Went to make a sex tape with some guy's dad.
You know, we had the season...
Weevil's dad.
We had the season recap where people decided whether or not Sunnydale or Neptune was worse. And Neptune won handedly.
By an overwhelming majority.
I gotta say, I think they were right.
Yeah.
These
kids are terrible.
There is no remorse after the bus crash. Just like, at least there's some somberness going on for at least a month when that happens. Like, there's no like classrooms where teachers are like, hey, how are you guys feel? Like, there's people like Duncan is so upbeat right now.
He's so happy. He's so happy. He's like, hey, how's it going? What's up? And Veronica's like, what's your deal, dude? Why are you so chipper? I'm fucking dealing with the death. Like, Meg is in a coma because of me. And Duncan's like, it's not your fault, though. And Veronica's like, you're a fucking piece of shit. Yeah. She just cannot deal with Duncan's happiness. And she leaves and Duncan looks like, what do I do?
No, Duncan throws his hands up and walks away.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You're right. Yes.
Which I was like, that's smart. Duncan's definitely dated Veronica before. It's the smartest thing he could do. He's got nothing. He's like, I'm going to hands up out of here.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. She does. She's like, what are you so fucking happy about? And he's like, oh, yep. I'm out of here.
Walked into a Veronica day, so.
But yeah. So we then go over to Jackie Cook, aka Tessa Thompson. She's in bed and she is just lounging, and her dad, whose name I already forget,
something Simmons, or is it Cook? Their last name is Cook.
Yeah,
I don't know, something Cook, baseball player Cook.
Yeah, Barry Bonds Cook. He shows up and he's like, hey, what are you still doing in bed? You should have been out of bed like an hour ago. You got to go to school. And she's like, I don't want to go to school. And Dad's like, if you don't go to school, I'm going to fucking send you back to New York with your mother. And Jackie's like, yeah, is this how it's going to be? This is how it's going to be every time that I do something you don't like. You're going to threaten me with going back to New York. And Dad's like, yeah, it is actually how it's going to be. And you better start treating me with respect. I am your father. And she's like, fine, I'll fucking go to school. And he's like, I'm going to go on the road for a little bit. Here's the keys to the car. And she's like, that doesn't look like German keys. And he's like, I'm not giving you the keys to the Porsche. This is to the Bronco. Cut to Jackie pulling up to school in the Porsche.
I love that he was talking all this shit to her and then just goes, hey, I got to leave town for 2 days. Here's car keys. I'm like, wait, you're not even going to be around to enforce the thing that you just said?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, this is a wild, like, hey, you better respect me. I'm going to leave for a little bit.
Here's some car keys. Go to school.
It's like, you better respect your absentee father.
Not even absentee, but just like he's currently a baseball player, so he's going to be on the road.
Is he currently a baseball player?
He is. Wait, is he? Yeah, what is he? Yeah, I guess he's retired.
He's retired.
Yeah, you're right. Because he wouldn't be playing also because it's not baseball. It's not baseball season.
No. I mean, it's the beginning of school. Yeah, it's still kind of baseball season.
What are you talking about? Beginning of school, baseballs? I guess, but not baseball season for school age. Like for, I guess it ends in October. Yeah, baseball goes. God, I forgot how long it is.
Yeah, October.
Yeah, I forgot how long it is. Yeah,
how long baseball is.
Yeah,
basketball never fucking ends. They just had the championship. I pulled up ESPN and they have like highlights from fucking G League on there.
Yeah, but that's like the whole summer league. That's not like that. You don't consider spring training baseball necessarily. But if you consider that, baseball's all year round.
No.
Baseball's longer than
February.
Baseball's longer than basketball.
Baseball's ridiculous. Their schedule is fucking insane. It's stupid. But yeah. So her dad's leaving. Jackie takes the Porsche. And Wallace is overhearing girls talk about the dead students. Some guy named Servando.
It's a PCHer, and they're saying, oh, he was such a good guy, and he was on honor roll, so he's getting hit.
And Wallace is looking like, what the fuck? What? He's looking like, why are y'all talking about this guy?
Yeah, well, some guy is getting like the classic, when you die, they talk better about you than they did when you were alive situation.
Yeah. So then Jackie shows up to class, and Wallace is like, I don't give a fuck about anything that's being said right now. Heart eyes emoji. And the teacher's like, you're late. You have to go to the attendance office and drop off your like late excuse or whatever she has with her. And Jackie's like, I don't know where the attendance office is. And Wallace's like, I'll fucking show you. I'll show you. I used to work there. Yeah, I'll show you. And so Wallace is walking with her, and he's flirting. He is spitting some game. Wallace is on one right now, dude.
We don't do quote unquote on this.
No, of course not. We don't. That's a Patreon exclusive segment.
But this exchange that they have during this walk and talk is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Tessa Thompson's character says, I haven't dated a boy in high school since I was in 8th grade.
Yep.
Then Wallace mentions that he's a nice guy. And then she goes, nice. The great panty dropper.
Yep.
And then he mentions like, oh my God, why do all the hottest girls have a daddy complex? And then she gets livid and then starts to walk into the office and then turns back and gives a smile like she was pretending to be mad about the daddy complex thing. And I don't exactly know what she says right before she goes in, but it's something.
Yeah, because Wallace is being like, hey, I'm sorry, I was kidding. I was joking about the daddy complex thing. Like, and she's like all pissed. And he's like, dude, are you serious? I was just joking. And then she turns and she gives him that smile. And she's like, gotcha, hook, line, and sinker, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Wallace looks at her like, game recognized game. All right. I feel like they kind of upped Wallace's
cool factor.
His cool factor. He's walking with a limp. Like he's got the pimp limp walk. They're trying to do something with Wallace here, and
he's the star basketball player.
He also, we'll get to it. I'll bring it up later. I'm not going to mention it now. But yeah, so there's a little bit of flirtation going on between Wallace and Jackie Cook.
But then we go to the real pimp of this episode.
Yes, we do. And boy, oh boy, we go to the real pimp of the episode, Logan Eccles, just sticking it to Kendall Casablancas.
AKA Charisma Carpenter, AKA Dick's stepmom.
Yep. And they're hooking up. And she's like, oh my God. Logan is talking about somehow high school gets brought up. And she's like, don't fucking talk about high school. I do not want to remember that you're in high school. Like, that makes me feel kind of icky.
Why is she hooking up with... Is she hooking up with Logan because she's attracted to him? Because it's dangerous? Because she wants to... Like, what is the thing? That's what I would question. Like, what is the attraction level?
Yeah, because, I mean, fucking let's be straight up. Logan ain't hot.
Tell that to all the girls in this show. What are you talking about?
Logan, I mean, if she's got the pick of Neptune High, I'm going for fucking, what's his face in the cult? That guy, he's good looking. Aaron Samuel.
He would never do it.
Yeah, he would.
Who?
Charisma Carpenter, look at him with them eyes.
What, eyebrows guy?
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't. He's too much of a stand-up dude. He wouldn't.
Dude, fucking.
He was pushing Veronica's drunk ass off of him.
How come she's not hooking up with fucking abs guy, the no abs guy?
Well, she probably doesn't know him.
I'm just saying.
I also don't think that guy would do it either.
Yeah, that guy did seem like a good Christian boy.
I don't know if he was a good Christian boy, but he wasn't taking Logan's shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying, Kendall Casablancas, smoke show that she is, she got better choices than Logan. That's all I'm saying. Maybe she likes damaged guys.
I think she just wanted I think she's in it for the danger of it and the like intrigue of bored housewife stuff. You know, like that's what I would assume more of it is.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's the taboo of everything.
If you're on our Discord and you're a Kindle, tell us why you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got some Logan stands in the Discord, which okay. Also, by the way, I've got like a guy doing like some weed whacking right outside my window right now. So if you're hearing some buzzing, that's what's going down.
Joe actually gets his haircut during the podcast. That's what you're hearing.
Yeah. You're hearing the fucking clippers getting to shape up. So anyway, yeah, Logan and Kendall are hooking up. There's really nothing going on in that scene at that point.
Yeah.
So then we go to Duncan walking to his car, and Veronica's waiting for him there. And Veronica apologizes to Duncan. She's like, hey, I'm sorry, dude. I'm going through it right now. I don't know how to feel with all these emotions. I've got all these guilt, and I've got all this, like, you know, a couple of our people that we know died. And Duncan's like, hey, look, I get it. I was just trying to make you feel better. No harm, no foul. I get it. You're going through some shit. They hug, they make up, and Veronica's still like, but dude, I'm going to be real. I still feel like really guilty. And Duncan's like, dude, it's not your fault. And Veronica goes, that line only works in Goodwill Hunting. And it was like, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah.
Ha, 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 ha.
One of 2 movie references that we get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she talks about her grief, guilt for Meg, but also feeling bad that she feels joy for being alive. And yeah. She's got the survivor's guilt. And Duncan, I'm telling you, did the right thing. Just walk away. Just walk away.
Yeah, give her some time to breathe. Yep. She's going to recognize the error of her ways.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're a Triton, for Christ's sakes.
True. You are a Triton. That thing that definitely comes back. Watch it play like a huge role, like they're behind the bus accident or something.
If you haven't learned your lesson from Buffy, then I don't know what you...
Yeah. His clash at the Triton is going to be the amends of Veronica.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, that's going to bite me.
Oh, the spoiler chat is having a time.
Oh, bet they are. So then we go back to Logan and Kendall fucking. And then they hear somebody coming. It's like, oh, God, wait, somebody's coming. And it's not just me. And who shows up but Dick Sr., Dick Jr., and Beaver. And Logan runs away. Kendall starts to say, oh, fuck, we gotta hide. So they show up to the room where Logan and Kendall were just banging, and Kendall's fully dressed now. She's alone.
And she got a robe on. Yeah. Like the little, yeah.
She's got like headphones, and she's like, oh my God, you guys scared me. Oh, geez, what are you guys doing back so soon? They're like, oh yeah, we're just, we came back. Why is Logan's car in the driveway? And she's like, oh,
that's what Beaver asked.
Yeah. And she's like, he came to, there's some dirt in the pool, and he's waiting for you.
Like, there's water in the pool, so of course he's here. And I don't like him stopping by. I don't like him stopping by whenever, but that kid.
Yeah. Fair. So he's up in Dick and Beaver's room playing video games. Dick and Beaver go up there, and Logan's like, hey man, why's your stepmom such a bitch? And they're like, yeah, don't worry about it. And then Dick Sr. comes up into the room too, and he's like, hey, don't mind my bitch stepwife. She's fine. She doesn't, no harm, no foul. You know what though? Logan, you're a fucking cool dude. You don't take no shit from nobody, bro.
Yeah.
You know what? We're going to go fire some fucking guns at the range tomorrow. You want to come? And Logan's like, I mean, I guess so, sure. He's like, fuck yeah, man. You're the son that I wish I had. Fuck this Beaver bitch.
Yeah, they're inviting Dick Jr. and Logan, but not Beaver. And Beaver's like, so I don't get to come? And Beaver's it's not even like Beaver's like super young. He's definitely old enough to do any of this stuff.
Yeah, it seems like Dick might be like 2 years older than Beaver.
And the dad just prefers Dick Jr. over Beaver. Thinks Beaver's soft. Fucking weak.
Yeah. Get a Bona Hamilton situation coming in.
Yeah, we do. And this was the thing I brought up about the affair with Logan sticking it to the stepmom. I know he knows this dad. I know he has spent time with this guy since he was like young.
Yeah.
That's where it gets real dirty.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the dad's a cuck. Maybe he's into it. I don't know.
When you
Dad seems to fucking love Logan, though.
It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
It is intriguing. Yeah, I'll give it that. It's got a little intrigue. I don't feel like it's going to have the best ending, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So we go back to school, and Jackie's sitting on her car. Wallace comes up to her and he's like, hey, what's up? You got detention, you got all this other stuff, and now what? She's like, somebody hit my dad's Porsche, and I'm upset about it. And then they left a note that it was fake. They made it look like they were leaving their insurance information, but they were just writing a note that's like, I'm just doing this to make it look like I'm giving your insurance information. And this is where I wanted to bring up. Wallace is wearing a sleeveless shirt. Wallace looking pretty jacked.
Yeah, we saw him playing basketball. He's had definition. He's, of the time, always wearing baggy clothes. But no, he's fit.
Yeah, these pants are baggy as hell and shiny. I remember the shiny era.
Mm-hmm.
Shiny shorts, shiny pants.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. But he's like, don't worry about it, Jackie. I can fucking help you. Jackie's like, really? How? He's like, I know somebody. And he calls Veronica.
I, for some reason, thought he was going to call Weevil.
That's what I thought, too, to like fix her car up.
And he doesn't do that initially, but then he says, okay, I can fix this later. And I was like, oh, now you're going to bring in Weevil. Because Weevil is the car fix guy.
Yeah.
And I don't know if
Weevil was going to be into this somehow.
I don't know if they've interacted since, though. I don't think they've made amends since the pilot.
Oh, yeah.
They don't ever interact, which is insane how much they hang out with Veronica.
Yeah. But, yeah, I thought that he was going Weevil, too, because he's the car guy. But no, he calls up Veronica, and Veronica's at the convenience store. And Wallace calls her up, and he's like, hey, Veronica, got a favor to ask you. Ha ha, roles reverse, huh? And Veronica's like, I fucking can't. I'm at the convenience store, bro, and they're selling bus crash souvenirs here. And Wallace is like, you know what? Never mind. I think.
Me and Duncan have learned the same lesson. I'll handle this myself. Veronica's on one again. I'm out.
Yeah. So Wallace hangs up the phone and he turns around to Jackie and she's like, so what the fuck was that all about? And Wallace's like, don't worry about it. I got this. I can handle this myself.
But I commend the show for not sucking Veronica into this. In the first season, she would have been handling both of these. She'd have been like, who hit this girl's car? And how did the bus go off the cliff? And I'm like, focus on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like that they split this off. And they give Wallace his own little story.
Yeah, he's got his little side quests.
Mm-hmm.
So Wallace is going to help Jackie. Veronica's at the convenience store. She goes up to Kevin Smith. She's going to try to get some info out of him. And Kevin Smith comes over and Veronica's like, oh, you're the guy from the TV. I saw you on TV. And Kevin Smith was like, yeah, did I look fat? I feel like I looked fat. You know, they said the camera adds 10 pounds, but, you know, I don't know. So did all these hot dogs. And Veronica's like, hey, by the way, I'm like really into goth macabre stuff. So can you tell me a little bit about this Ed Doyle guy? And Kevin Smith's like, yeah, we've been getting a lot of your types here, but you're the first pretty one. Anyway.
And she really plays into that, too. She like flips her hair and stuff.
Batting her eyelashes at him.
She's 18, so it's fine now.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she asks Kevin Smith what Ed Doyle bought for like his last meal. And Kevin Smith just does some like long monologuing about a bunch of bullshit.
Yep. I honestly just listened to it and I was like, you know what? I like Kevin Smith. He's such a good storyteller. But I could not tell you anything he said in this scene.
Yeah, I couldn't either. I was just waiting for the answer to Veronica's question.
Yeah, because I knew all of it was like filler Kevin Smith ranting and not anything that was going to really matter.
And Kevin Smith has just like an amazingly soothing voice to me.
He's just like, it's just, he has this thing that, and you can not like all of his movies. It's a specific type of thing. It's very Jersey.
Yeah.
But like watching him just tell a story about something is just really engaging. He's an engaging storyteller.
I think I'm more of a fan of Kevin Smith on like podcasts than his movies, to be honest with you, because he's like an engaging, oddly uplifting guy.
Mm-hmm. And
like,
down to earth. He's like one of those random down to earth people that made it into like broke into Hollywood and just is walking through it. Like his story about Prince and his story about like all his Bruce Willis stuff and just the Superman movie. All that stuff is great.
Especially recently, it's like he has a new lease on life because he had all the like heart surgeries and everything. So he's just like grateful to be around. And he's like, no, dude, I fucking love everything. And I love you and you're great and follow your dreams. And it's just like, Kevin Smith, come on, man.
And he lost all the weight, but he still wears the giant hockey jerseys and the blazer.
The trench coat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the backwards hat. Like he's
him. Yeah.
I could listen to him talk for a long time.
Yeah.
But he eventually reveals that Ed Doyle got peanuts and what's the other thing?
He pulled a giant cherry slushy.
A monster glug and peanuts. That's what he says.
Yeah.
And Veronica's like, well, that didn't really fucking reveal anything. God damn, that sucks.
She's like, what a sad last meal for this loser bus driver. Like, jeez.
Yeah, Kevin Smith's talking about like how he would want to eat the last emu or something if it was his last meal or if that was what he was going to be doing if he was going to kill himself. But Veronica keeps looking at the sign that's at the counter that says, we don't make change, don't even ask. Mm-hmm. And they kept looking at it. They did it 2 times.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this a mistake? Obviously not.
Obviously not. But I was like, what does that actually mean?
Yeah. So she bought something, pays for cash, gets change back. She looks down at the change and she's like, huh. So I got change back. She buys one of the St. Christopher medals too. Mm-hmm. And also, I don't know if anybody knows the significance of the St. Christopher medal, but he's like the patron saint of like driving in the roads or something like that. That's why you would have a St. Christopher medal in your car.
Never heard of it. So good.
Yeah.
Good.
I think I actually have a St. Christopher medal in my car. My parents gave me one when I got my first car. So yeah.
Wow. All right. Are you Catholic?
It might be that. Yeah. Went to Catholic school.
Yeah, I went to a Catholic middle school, but I'm not Catholic.
Yeah, I was going to say, not anymore. But you hear the way I talk on this podcast. Hey.
You'd be surprised what Catholics do. Yeah. Actually, you wouldn't be.
Yeah, I wouldn't be. I went to Catholic school all the way up until college. So anyway, so Veronica's like, so they don't make change. Interesting. Why would this guy buy a St. Christopher medal for 25 cents? He only bought the St. Christopher medal so he could get change to make a phone call at a payphone that's in the corner over there. That's why he bought that St. Christopher medal and threw it away.
Clever. I think that's a clever discovery.
Yep.
But now we have to talk about, now that we know what the St. Christopher medal means, if he would have had the St. Christopher medal, would the bus crash? Is that what caused the crash?
Yes, because God's real and he besmirched St. Christopher, who is the patron saint of travelers, motorists, and also bachelors.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it said.
What? What a random, like what kind of, hey, I want one more thing. I like the driving. They're like, what about bachelors? Fine, I'll take bachelors too.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I gotta hook up the homies.
Can my medal be, can it be sold next to bags of peanuts,
Slim Jims and lighters,
and just in a box, just in a little.
How much are they selling it for? A quarter. Fuck. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
So Veronica goes over to the payphone. She's like, oh, shit. Okay, well, I wonder who he would have called from this payphone. This is a clue. Mm-hmm. So Veronica goes to the sheriff's office, and she's talking to some fucking lowly cop sheriff guy.
I think we might have seen him in the serial killer
definitely
episode.
Did,
yeah, okay.
But I don't think he's ever been named.
No, yeah, because at first I wrote new deputy, and in my notes like maybe old. He looks like he was there when we got introduced to Leo.
Yeah, he was there all last season.
But I thought we were going to see another Leo favor. As soon as she walked in, I thought this was going to be another. Hey, Leo, can you remember the pound that you had to call?
Yeah. And also follow up from Discord people. Some people theorized that rather than Leo caressing Veronica's hair, he was looking at her wounds from the fight. I don't know about that.
I think that's a reach. About that.
Because Veronica didn't have any wounds by the time she got home, it seemed like.
Yeah, she was completely fine. And that's a weird way to check for wounds.
Yeah. But anyway, Veronica's at the sheriff's office. She's talking to this mustachioed guy. And he's like, what are you doing here, Mars? And she's like, I am here to apply to be the receptionist. Saw an ad in the paper. And he's like, no, for real, what are you doing here? And she's like, I'm here to apply to be the receptionist. And he's like, all right, well, here's the application. She's like, can I go somewhere like quiet to fill this out? And he's like, yeah, sure. He takes her to an interrogation room. And she, as soon as the door closes behind her, she grabs the phone that's in the interrogation room. And her voiceover is like, I could never get records from a payphone, but you know who can? Police office. So I'm going to call the phone company to get the records of this payphone.
Yeah, it seems like they would use the caller ID for, at least if she's calling from that station, they would see it's from there. And then she just makes up a name. But you would think that they might know the name of the people that are, I don't know. It's whatever.
Yeah. So that's what Veronica's up to at the moment. Mm-hmm. So we go to Wallace, and Wallace is playing hacky sack with some kids. And he's like, hey.
Well, he comes up to him. I don't think he plays with them.
I'm pretty sure I saw him do one kick at least.
Okay.
Could be wrong. But he goes up to these hacky sack kids and he's like, hey, you guys, I noticed you guys play hacky sack here all the time. Did you guys notice yesterday or whenever a car hit a Porsche? And they're like, oh, yeah, dude, we definitely saw it. We were here when that happened. And Wallace is like, do you know who it was? Or like, who was it? And they're like, I don't really know, but it was some blonde girl with a fat fucking juicy ass. It's like, how can you tell that from her driving a car?
Oh, you can just tell, Joe.
But Wallace is like, did you know her? And they're like, nah, I didn't know her, but she was a blonde with a fat ass. I know that. And they're like, well, what kind of car did she drive? And the kid's like, she had a green car. And Wallace is like, thanks for the info. Enjoy your afternoon hacky sack, y'all. And he leaves.
I thought the twist here was that the kid that was given the info was going to be the kid that hit the car.
Oh, that would have been a good twist, yeah.
But because that's not the twist, I'm going to say I like the hacky sack kids.
Hacky sack kids never did nothing to nobody.
Hacky sack kids never did nothing to nobody. They never did nothing to nobody. They never did nothing to nobody.
Hacky sack kids did nothing to nobody.
They never did nothing to nobody. Why are you coming down on the hacky sack kids? They like put up signs. No more hacky sack. They never did nothing to nobody.
Hacky sack did nothing to nobody.
They never did nothing to nobody.
Why is this making us break?
They didn't do nothing to nobody.
Oh, the Alanis are kicking in, everybody.
Yep. Free the hacky sack kids.
Oh, God.
No, but these guys were just normal dudes. They gave straight up information. Guys. They didn't go like, hey.
Not to nobody.
They didn't go, hey, get out of here, basketball guy who's friends with Veronica Mars. We don't like you. Yeah. They just were like,
they were just like, yeah, we were here. We saw it. Yep. Chick had a fat ass, green car.
Yeah.
Later, bro.
Yep.
Come by anytime.
Yep.
We'll be hacking it up.
You know, if Veronica asked them, it'd be like, either they'd be fawning over her or there'd be so much, the scene would be so different.
Yes.
And I like the way Wallace comes in.
What do you want here, Mars?
Yeah. Thanks for solving the biggest case ever, but fuck you. Thanks for finding Lily's killer, but fuck you.
Oh, man.
It is so weird that she would date Logan, that Veronica was dating Logan, but she's also the person responsible for putting Logan's dad behind bars.
Yep.
But, yeah.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Are you ready to dairy-free your mind? This summer, melt away your dairy-free expectations with So Delicious dairy-free frozen desserts. Enjoy mind-blowing flavors like salted caramel cluster, chocolate cookies and cream, cookie dough, and more. For over 35 years, So Delicious has been cranking up the flavor with show-stopping products that are 100% dairy-free, certified vegan by Vegan Action, and are so unbelievably creamy, your taste buds will do a double take. Dairy-free your mind. Visit SoDeliciousDairyFree.com.
So we go back to the sheriff's office. Sheriff Lamb comes back from wherever he was, and the mustachioed cop is like, boss, you'll never believe who is applying to be our receptionist right now. And Lamb just turns around so annoyed. He goes, you're right. I would never believe it. Who is it? The look on his face, he's just like, I'm fucking sick of you, dude.
Yeah, he's like, I just got finished roughing up some PCHers that were doing nothing. Now I got to deal with this.
I just had to arrest 6 hacky sackers.
File these under evidence. Actually, because I do nothing to nobody.
Why is this so funny right now? I don't get it. But mustachioed cop, he goes, Veronica Mars is filling out an application in the interrogation room. Can you believe that? And Lamb goes, you left Veronica Mars alone in an interrogation room?
He's like booking it.
He sprints, dude. That's goddamn Jason Bourne. Jesus Christ, it's Veronica Mars. Oh, man. So he runs over to the interrogation room just as Veronica's hanging up the phone. Mm-hmm. She slides a piece of paper off of the table and sticks it in her back pocket. And Sheriff Lamb's like, what are you up to, Mars? And she's like, nothing.
I was like, he's definitely going to take the paper, right?
Right? No. When he walks up behind her and yanks the chair out from her, I thought, I was like, he's going to grab that paper. Nope. He just kicks her out. And Veronica's like, oh, you're such a big bad boy.
At this point, though, just hire her as a private consultant for you guys. Mm-hmm. Honestly. I mean, I know you don't like her, but the reason you don't like her is because you thought they were bullshitting about, and they were wrong a little bit.
Yeah.
It wasn't Jake Kane.
It wasn't Jake Kane that did it.
But Jake Kane was covering up something.
Obstruction of justice.
Yep. Yeah, which I told you he wouldn't go to jail for. He's hanging out in Napa.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he doesn't have a reason to not like Veronica anymore because he still gets I guess he doesn't get full credit for the arrest, but he made the arrest. I don't.
Yeah.
He's still sheriff.
Not sure.
No matter what, you still became sheriff.
I feel like they worked together with Keith a couple times last season.
He didn't like working with Keith.
Yeah.
And he's still a bad person.
Yeah. But he looks a lot better this season so far.
Some of the worst people always do.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Handsome as fuck. So anyway, Lamb kicks Veronica out. And Wallace, he goes over to Jackie Cook. And he's updating her on his investigation. He's like, look, I found out from the hacky sack kids. Those are good dudes, by the way. Found out from the hacky sack kids that the person that hit your car was a blonde with a fat fucking donk. And she drove a green car. Now, I have access to information in the office that lets me cross-reference all this information. So I've narrowed it down to about 4 people, blondes with fat asses who drive green cars. Now, this person, it couldn't be this person. So, and Jackie's like, so you found the bitch? And Wallace is like, I've narrowed it down.
I'm starting to not be sure if I like you that much.
And then so eventually Jackie's like, why are you doing all this? And Wallace is like, I'm just trying to fucking get to the bottom. And she's like, I think you're trying to get in my pants. And Wallace is like, I mean, yeah, definitely. But also, I have my own storyline now. It's nice.
Yeah, it's like, I'm actually doing something in the show, not just Veronica's lackey.
Yeah, getting asked favors all the time.
I'm the one that asks favors. I'm the one that asks.
So Wallace starts investigating this girl named Jane. He goes over to her car. He's looking at it. And Jane comes over. She's on crutches. She just had a knee surgery. And she's got the biggest fucking crush on Wallace. And she makes it very known.
And for some reason, he's not into it. And I don't know. I don't know if he's not into it because of Tessa being around. But they don't make Jane so much of like a nerdy, unpopular person that like this wouldn't be like, man, it's raining ladies out here.
Right, dude? Wallace, it's fucking falling into your lap, man. Just go for it.
And this actress, I recognize, this is Valerie Curry. She was in the newest version of The Tick on Amazon. She's in The Boys. And she was in the video game Detroit Become Human. She's like one of the androids in that. But I recognized her. I was like, oh, that's her. And also,
I thought that I recognized the girl that was playing Jessie, but I could not place where from.
Yeah, that I don't know. But I was like, yeah, man. But Wallace looks very off-put by this girl.
Wallace is like side-eyeing her like, ew, like, why would I? You got crutches.
Yeah,
gross.
You had knee surgery? I need my girls to be able to jump.
What's your vertical like? You know I play basketball, right?
Did you see Veronica run up that car in that Triton episode? I need like that kind of level of physicality from my girlfriends.
Yeah, I mean, this girl Jane, she's not bad looking. Like, I don't know why Wallace is looking at her like she's the most disgusting person on the planet.
And then there's kind of a weird little mislead of her, like she has a guy that she's not with that's helping carry her books. And I'm like, oh, maybe he's the guy that drove the car and crashed the car.
Well, I was like, maybe she drove it and she couldn't brake because she had the knee surgery or something. Like she was having a hard time driving.
Yeah, nothing makes her innocent here.
Yeah. I don't know. But that guy's just a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Just a friend, Wallace. Wink, wink, wink. And Wallace is like, yeah, gross.
You know what she also says? She says, we had so-and-so class last semester.
Yes, Spanish. And you never said the word to me, even in English.
But you don't say last semester after a summer break. You would say last year. But that's just a little nitpicky thing for me.
Yeah, fair enough. So we go to Veronica, and she's at Jesse's house. And she's like, hey, so I found out some information about your dad. Found out that he did a payphone call right before the bus accident. Do you know anything about a guy named Cotter? And Jesse's like,
they didn't do a Welcome Back Cotter reference. I don't know anything.
They would go into. Yeah.
I only know that show based off of the title. I know nothing really about it, but I'm surprised they didn't do it.
Yep. Seems like a very TV writer-y thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
But that's who Ed Doyle called, some guy named Cotter. And Jesse's like, I mean, I think that he lives in this building. That's about all I really know about him. Then Sheriff Lamb shows up. He's like, we got a search warrant. We're here to like look into your dad's stuff. And Jesse's like, what? Why? And he's like, because suicide's a crime, and suicide and murdering a bunch of kids alongside suicide is murder. So we're here to look through your dad's shit.
It's like, all right, man.
And then he goes up to Veronica. He's like, why the hell are you here, Mars? She's like, Jesse's a friend of mine.
And then they just mean mug each other.
Likely story, Mars.
Did you notice the weird line that started this scene where Jesse goes, this is ice with sugar. We like crystals in ours.
Yeah.
What? Like, is she talking about sugar crystals? I like watched that twice and I was very confused. And again, I was like, Veronica, don't drink anything people hand you.
Yeah. I don't carry bottled stuff with caps closed that you brought yourself everywhere you go now.
I'm never trusting anything.
Yeah. Especially this girl that was like mean to you in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I guess she's going through some shit, but
don't be mean to me at my office.
Yeah, right? You show up to my place of work?
Knocking out future clients.
I just got invited to a very nice party, a soiree.
A soiree thrown by a guy that everybody in the city kind of doesn't like, except for the rich kids who are okay with. There's no. Felix went to that school.
Yeah. Yeah. But Savandro, he's the one getting all the love.
I'm so mad that Felix is gone, man.
Me too.
I like that actor.
I'm pissed that Logan killed him.
I want the show to just be like Logan killed him. It won't. It'll be some convoluted nonsense.
Yeah. So then we go over to the Casablancas crew and Logan at the firing range. And Daddy Casablancas, he's a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
Dick Casablancas got the gun turned sideways.
He's so cool.
Malibu's most wanted. He is.
Neptune's most wanted, yeah.
Yeah. He's got the gun cocked sideways. He's shooting. He's missing the target.
Mm-hmm.
Logan shooting. He's kind of hitting the target, but not like in the chest and the heart. And Daddy Dick comes over. He's like, nah. You're not going to hurt anybody by winging them. You want to hit the head and the heart. And Logan's like, okay, cool. And Daddy Dick, he's like, look, Logan, I got to tell you something. I like you, kid. And I'm going to give you some advice. When I'm working, my family doesn't exist. And when I'm with my family, work doesn't exist. And Logan says, we're not doing quote unquote, but
yeah, this is a good one.
Logan says, I feel like my dad had a similar philosophy, but of course he's a murderer, so.
Dude, best line. like this line was like so good that it was like, all right, I kind of like Logan for this bit right here.
Yeah, that's the best line that Logan's had in this series so far. It was great.
Yeah.
And Daddy Dick is like, you know what, kid, I like you. And Dick Casablancas, the younger Dick, young hard Dick, he
we can't be drinking these energy drinks.
This Hawaiian shaved ice, I hate how it tastes, but it's hitting me. He comes over to Logan. He's like, hey, man, we're going to bring a bunch of chicks over to Casablancas, and it's going to be great. We're going to bring over some chicks next night because Daddy Dick's going to be out of town. And Logan's like, oh, you know that I live alone now. I can't really be doing that. And Dick is like, well, nobody wants to come over to like the house of the murderer or whatever.
Well, he's like, Logan's bored of us saying, I live by myself now, so I can have girls over whenever. And Dick is saying, right. Nobody wants to go to a Casa de Killer. I was like, who's the killer in that situation? Is it Logan or is it the dad?
Why not both?
Which is crazy that he says no one wants to go to Casa de Killer, but the opening scene has the girl saying, are you going to go to Logan's party that he's throwing? So people do go to his place. But, TV show, it's fine. It's very nitpicky-y. But
so the two dicks, they leave, and Logan, he turns to his target and he shoots and he hits it right in the fucking chest.
Yeah.
And he puts the gun down. He's like, I am a fucking stone cold killer. The Eccles family bloodline runs through me and I will murder.
He might as well have said I did not know what it was. A nice punctuation on the scene, but I didn't know what it meant.
Me neither. I was like, oh, I like this tension between Daddy Dick and Logan. Like they're firing guns and everything. And then Logan spins and he shoots the gun. And it's like, it also kind of, the look on his face looked like he was afraid of the power that he has too. He's like, these hands.
Yeah. These hands. What have I done?
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess here I would say that Logan doesn't like Dick's dad, so he doesn't care that he's banging his wife.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's not that he doesn't like him. It's just kind of like he doesn't care or like respect him.
Well, when he says the line of like, when Daddy Dick is giving him the philosophy, you coined this term and now we're using it.
I love that you're going with it.
It's not an original. That is not a Vance original. Just taking Jill's words and regurgitating them.
Yeah, Daddy Dick.
But yeah, I mean,
for this guy.
I mean, we got Dick and Beaver. Like, there might as well.
Yeah, we might as well just lean into it.
Yep. But it seems like when he says the line about his dad, it's like being like, hey, your philosophy is flawed because my dad is a murderer and you have it. So it's kind of pushing back. We're like giving him shit for his philosophy of all in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. So we go to school the next day and Veronica goes up to Wallace and he's reading a newspaper article thing about Servandro and everybody's talking glowingly about Servandro. And that's kind of the end of that scene, to be honest with you. I didn't really have many notes on that. Did you find any significance here?
No, I thought it was a nice way to bring Veronica and Wallace back together to talk about something and just keep it moving. Yeah.
Yeah. It does kind of allude to something that was happening earlier where like the girls are talking about Servandro and it's like, huh, okay.
Yeah.
So Veronica goes to this guy Cotter's house. His name is Jeff Cotter. And she's like, hi, I'm Sheriff Lamb's daughter, Dawn. And I'm investigating this Ed Doyle case. He called you before he died.
How do people not know who Veronica Mars is?
Right.
I mean, I guess you wouldn't be plugged in, but it just seemed like it would be big news all summer.
Well, that's the thing is in the pilot episode of this show, she talks about how it's a small town, so small. That's why they have a sheriff's department because they don't have like a lot of people there.
Mm-hmm.
Small towns, I feel like everybody knows everybody's business.
Mostly, especially if your name is tied to maybe her picture wasn't in the. I just feel like
maybe she's a minor back then. I don't know. But yeah, so Veronica's like, so Ed Doyle made a phone call to this residence last Wednesday or whatever. Well, and that you picked up. Were you there? Did you get a call? And Jeff is like, no, I was in New York last Wednesday, but honey, come over here. Were you here last Wednesday? And she's like, yeah. And Veronica's like, did you answer a phone call? And the wife is like, yeah, but it was the wrong number. And Veronica's like, huh, okay, interesting. And then she gets a call from Jesse. And Jesse is like, hey, Veronica, don't look into this any further. My dad killed himself. Sheriff Lamb found my dad's suicide note on the computer when he was like investigating through all of this. So he definitely killed himself.
Yeah, the Cotter wife, I don't know the actress's name, but she was in Dexter and Friends. She dated Ross for a minute, I think. Yeah.
Or were they on a break? So then Veronica goes to visit Jesse and the mom is screaming about Ed killing himself. She's like, he left us with nothing. How dare he left us with nothing? He's a piece of shit. And Jesse has a little brother who's just crying.
Dude, that hallway is so green when Veronica opens the door.
Yes.
And I was like, this doesn't look like it's green screen. It just looks like light that they just lit it with. It's all green. It's weird visually.
So the mom leaves. Jesse tries to calm the brother down. Brother leaves. Jesse pulls out the suicide note. She's like, yeah, Sheriff Lamb faxed it over to us, and this is what it says. She reads over the suicide note. It's very general.
Why did he have to print it out? He printed it out and faxed it just so that Veronica could see it, because if he found it on their computer, it would just be on the computer.
Yeah.
But again, TV show, you got to do it. It's fine.
Yeah. So Veronica reads over the note and she's like, this is suspicious. I don't believe this. Because the note is like, I didn't want to leave you kids like this or something like that. I didn't want to do this, but I didn't want to leave you kids like this. Something like that. So then we go to Wallace, who is working at his convenience store job. Some guy comes up to him. I thought it was Rob Caudry for a second, but it's not. And he's like, hey, so you work here? And Wallace is like, yeah. He's like, you go to Neptune High? And Wallace is like, yeah. And he's like, so you know about the bus accident that happened, right? You know anything about it? And Wallace is like, bro, you're a reporter. I get it. You're trying to get a story out of me. And the guy's like, you caught me. And then Wallace asks him about his notebook. Then he rips a piece of paper out of the notebook.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy's like, so you said you had a story? And Wallace is like, who said I had a story? And the guy's like, you got me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he never said he had a story. I don't know why the guy has that line. He asked, "Do you know anybody on the bus? Like, did you know the people on the bus? Yeah, were they close?" He's like, "No."
Yeah.
Oh. I was a little confused at first when this happened, but it pays off at the end. So I was like, "Okay, cool." But
okay,
I was very
have
confused.
you explain this to me because I was like, I didn't get why he ripped out the page from
even
the
at the end. You didn't put it together at the end.
I don't think so.
How do you think he solved about it? How do you think he solved it?
I don't know.
I'm always intrigued how you watch the show.
Oh, wait. Now I'm piecing it together.
I was like, it's very, like, you have to.
Yeah.
But in this moment, I will say in this moment, I thought this had something to do with the note that Veronica was reading because it comes right after that. But I was like, why would that? Because the edit goes from like Veronica with the like reading the letter and then him being like, what's this paper? I haven't seen this. I was like, wait, are these two connected? Because I didn't connect this with what it's connected to. Yeah. Because there's a letter to letter. But then when it gets to the end, it makes sense. But here it got confusing.
I got confused in this scene as well because I thought he ripped the page off to like try and get like when you write on it, like get an impression of what the guy was writing previously or something.
I did too. I thought it was exactly that, but it's not.
Yeah.
It makes sense at the end. I get what you're saying
about how now I understand. Yeah.
It makes sense at the end, but because of the juxtaposition of the suicide note that Veronica's reading and him just randomly grabbing a notepad, it was like, oh, did this guy fake something to make a new story? It was confusing in the moment.
So I feel like I need to say, like, when he grabs the notebook, Wallace is like, what's up with this notebook? And the reporter's like, every reporter has this notebook. It makes it easy to write while we're holding stuff. And it makes it easy for us reporters, us journalists types.
Well, I was like, I've never seen a notepad like this. And I was like, it's a steno
when
pad.
He said that, I was like, what? Really?
I was like, well, like maybe you don't use it in high school because I never used one of those kind of notebooks in high school, but I'd seen them, I think.
You never seen a TV show?
Wallace is too busy watching surveillance camera footage.
True. He's too busy hooking up with knee surgery broads.
He should be.
Or just being disgusted by them. Yeah.
Ugh, this cute girl likes me, but she's ruined.
She's not whole.
Give me a call in 6 weeks when you get the brace off.
When you're human again. You cyborg freak.
They didn't even go with like her having the retainer and being dorky or anything. She's just like a girl.
Yeah, I didn't get why he was so grossed out. But whatever.
Yeah.
Not to kink shame, but not to yuck his yum. But
he's against he's not a handy person, Well, he didn't even talk to her before she was injured. He didn't talk to her in Spanish class.
True. Didn't say a word to her. Not even in English.
I don't talk to freshmen.
Yeah. So Veronica goes back to the Cotter house and the wife answers the door. And Veronica's like, I have some follow-up questions here. The wife's like, yeah? About what? Veronica goes, so if this was a wrong number, how come it was a 4-minute phone call? And the wife is like, oh, you got me.
I did it. I pushed the bus over the cliff. I did it. I pushed the bus over.
Fuck, you found me out.
Sheriff Lamb's daughter's so smart.
Yeah, Veronica's like, I read the suicide note. He was planning on leaving his wife and kids for you. And the wife is like, you're so right. You should run for sheriff. You should run for sheriff with Woody Goodman. Come in. I'm making some porridge. You want some?
I'm making an open beverage. Would you like some?
So then Veronica, I thought this was a very ballsy move by Veronica.
They live in the same apartment complex.
Yeah, and Jesse does know the Cotter family, because when Veronica's like, you know anybody in the Cotter? She's like, yeah, I think they live somewhere around here.
Yeah, they like live in the same
this was like
building
I thought this was a ballsy confrontation that Veronica sets up here.
Yeah.
So Veronica brings the Cotter wife to her work. And then she also brings Jessie, Ed Doyle's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And Veronica's like, yo, your dad was fucking this lady and he was going to leave your mom for this lady.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't trying to kill himself. The suicide note was more of a note for like you guys or whatever. And then the wife is like, me and your dad are in love.
So here's a line. She says, Miss Cotter, I don't know her first name. She says, when she sees Jesse, she says, you look just like your picture. And Jesse says, that's why they call them pictures.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's interesting. But now that I think about it, wouldn't she have just seen her in the building?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, is this your actual mom or something? Why is she acting like you look just like you do in the picture? Like, what he's showing his kids pictures? They're just around.
Well, I mean, the Cotter wife is also like, your dad talked about you a lot. And then Jesse's like, he didn't say fucking shit about you.
Yeah.
And then, the Cotter lady is kind of like, he was in love, but he didn't want to leave you two with your mother.
Mm-hmm.
So he was trying to figure out a way to leave the mom, but also take you guys. And then Jesse's like, all right, maybe you're not such a bad lady.
Yeah, apparently from that scene and the kid crying, the younger brother crying and stuff, I think they probably cut some stuff out of that maybe, but we're supposed to get that the mom is like unbearable and shouldn't be raising these kids by her. Or like she's like a bad mom. This show has a lot of bad and absentee moms in this show. But it's interesting. I'm with you. It's interesting to bring Jesse into this and be like, this is what happened. And this will make Jesse feel a little better that her dad didn't kill herself, but it doesn't solve the people at school bullying her because her dad apparently drove a bus over the cliff. Yeah.
Now, through this horrifically depressing conversation.
I know, man. I like very barely get where they're going with this, but it does not work for me.
So, Jesse's just been confronted with this lady about her dad's death. Her dad's been having an affair with this lady. Jessie has been just beside herself with emotion because her father's died. She's being bullied. She's now finding out that her dad had an affair and was going to leave her mom. Veronica sees all this and she's like, you know what? I got to go suck Duncan's dick.
So the way that it transitions is that Cotter's crying and she says, Miss Cotter's talking about like, hey, don't like, I was in love with him and I was too afraid to go through with the love or like to follow love.
Yeah.
And it's like a little,
kind of going along with like the life's too short situation.
Yes. But it's a little more complicated than that because it seems like they both were in a relationship and were having an affair. And it's a lot different to be like, yeah, I liked him. And then I just didn't go for it because I did something. It's like you guys, he's got like a wife, 2 kids. Mm-hmm. It's a little more complicated than just let's pick up everything and run away. But this story, her hearing this is what triggers Veronica to do something that she's been putting off doing, which I can't, to me, from everything that I've seen with Veronica, I don't feel like she's been like holding back on not doing this. I feel like there's been so many times that she has been about to do this and something comes up. It's never been her pushing back against it because she was almost going to hook up with Logan like 3 times almost.
Yeah.
It was at the dad's house or at his house and the dad. No, not the pool house, before the pool house when they're on the couch.
Oh, you're right, with the mom's urn.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's that, and then the dad comes home so they don't hook up. Then she's about to hook up in the room with the surveillance cameras, but that doesn't happen. Then I think they might have sex in that car while her dad's
with the shotgun blast.
Shotgun. Maybe not because she says her dad's watching, but apparently he's not because there was a shotgun blast and he didn't go crazy about that.
Yeah.
And she's always been like putting herself in like situations where like you're planning to lose your second virginity.
Yeah, your conscious virginity. But I was just like blown away that she's listening to this conversation. It took me back to the mom earn thing because Veronica's like, I just had an epiphany. And then the next thing we see is she shows up to Duncan's hotel room and they just start making out hardcore.
Does he pick her up and carry her to the bed like they're married?
Yeah, you got to zoom in on that Mona Lisa pillow too for some reason. Mona Lisa's smiling away, baby.
I'm sorry, Duncan, go back to your house.
Living in a got to be nicer than this.
Living in a hotel, it can be fun for moments. I mean, like for a whole year in this hotel. And his hotel room doesn't look like it's a real suite. It looks like it's one room.
Yeah.
I feel
like that'll also like get real expensive. He's going to go bankrupt living in this hotel room.
I mean, they're billionaires. It's fine.
Yeah, I guess.
But it seems like it's not big. Like it would have its own living room. Like I've stayed in hotel rooms that have like, he's supposed to be in a suite. It's supposed to have like a room. He needs like one that has a kitchen or like a kitchenette in it. It looks like it's just one small room.
Yeah. But, so yeah, they fuck. And now they're having pillow talk.
Awful pillow talk. Just awful. Just the two worst people.
But then they hear a ruckus coming from the room next door. They hear loud fuck noises. And they're like, geez Louise.
I wasn't sure if that was next door or upstairs or where.
Or down. I mean, at this point, I was like, I forgot that he had lived in a hotel.
100%. I was like, who's at your house?
Yeah, that's yeah. And then I remembered, I was like, oh, right, he's at the Neptune Grand, yes.
It took me about 15 pumps before I was like, oh, that's their hotel. Where I was like, oh, their hotel, yeah. Because I was like, yeah, who's in his house?
Yeah, I was very confused. But then he just like turns on the TV to like drown out the noises. And
Spectrovision, which, yeah. Because he was like, oh, there's one thing we can do. And I was like, oh, round two?
Round two.
And nope, he turned on the TV.
Nah, I thought there was going to be a competition, but Duncan, he ain't got it up like that. But yeah, he turns on the TV and eventually he falls asleep. Veronica's leaving. And as she's leaving, putting on her clothes outside the hotel, Logan Eccles leaves the room next door. And he's looking at her and he's like, oh, hello there, Ms. Mars. And he like walks over to her and he's like, oh, based on what I heard from coming from your room, you didn't get dicked down like I was just dicking down this lady.
Yeah.
And he also is like, you see something about you's changed, which comes back later.
Yeah, I don't know how that's supposed to work when she's had sex before, but it wasn't real. Like, I know this is her consciously having sex for the first time. I feel like her having sex for the first time isn't really a thing. Like, I would have believed, I know they always do this in TV shows and stuff, and it's like, oh, she lost her virginity. I just feel like if she would have just slept with Duncan over the summer and I didn't know it and they've been sleeping together, I'd been like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I don't need this magical. And this was a really weird first time, underwhelming.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, your dad was having an affair. The dad that drove a school bus full of kids over a bridge. Okay, I'm going to go lose my virginity to Duncan now. It's like, wait, what? What?
Yeah, it also didn't feel like there was like a lot of build up to it or anything.
Right?
Like it wasn't like a driving force for her. It was
like when Logan kissed her, it just like it wasn't building to that moment for me.
Yeah, it didn't have like the significance of. Yeah, it just like kind of happened.
I'll say like in Buffy, it really does like make sense when she has sex with one of the It makes sense. It's like it comes at a time where like things are happening and it's like, okay, this has been building for a season and a half or so, and I don't know, it all worked. It all comes together in a way where you're like, okay, that works.
Yeah.
And then there's fallout from it too. This is all right. She had sex with Duncan, so what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
So Logan's like, I can tell you fucked and you didn't get dick down good. Later, he leaves. And then so Veronica's like, I can't let this be I gotta find out who he's fucking. So she calls the desk.
Immediately.
Yeah. She calls the desk of the Neptune Grand and she's like, hey, room 1147, who's staying in there? Or I need to, put me through to room 1147. So they do, and you hear Kendall like, hello? And just as Kendall answers or whatever lady's in there, I
think it sounded like Charisma Carpenter, but I don't know if Veronica knows her at all.
Yeah. But just as the phone is answered, Duncan comes out and he's like, hey, well, you're leaving? How come you didn't wake me up? He's all shirtless, dough body. And Veronica's like, oh, so I didn't want to wake you up. You look so sweet. You're like a little angel sleeping over there. I just wanted to leave. My dad's going to kill me if I'm not home by this time. And Doug's like, oh, okay, babe. All right, I'll see you later.
That's a perfect impersonation.
So then we go.
Why is Logan in this hotel?
Because they can't fuck at the Casablancas house.
And they can't fuck at his house that he's established he lives alone?
No, there's a Life's Too Short party going on at his house, unsupervised, probably.
Yeah, and I don't know what day this is that this is happening.
Well, me neither, and that's why I was kind of like pumping the brakes on saying that it is Kendall. Because we go to the Casablancas house in this next scene, and Daddy Dick and Kendall come downstairs.
Yeah.
And they're going to somewhere, and Beaver's asleep on the couch, and they prank this poor fucking kid. Like the dad goes over to Beaver, he's like, motherfucker! And then he jumps up, he spills his bowl of popcorn all over, and then Kendall's like, you motherfucker, you better clean that popcorn up, because I am not cleaning that shit up. And Beaver's like, Jesus, you guys are awful.
And we also have cleaning people. It's no way we don't.
Yeah. So Daddy
maybe
Dick and Kendall.
You think he's sleeping with Tessa Thompson?
Logan?
Yeah.
I don't know, but this scene,
I get what you're saying.
It added the doubt in my head.
Yeah, because it seems like it's the same night.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't have to be the same night. It doesn't have to be. You could time jump.
It is also possible that she could have left after that and gone home to hang out with Daddy Dick, but
that'd be a lot.
I don't know.
It did sound like Charisma Carpenter was answering the phone, so
yeah. What if it's Meg? Logan just wheeled her fucking comatose.
Maybe it's Jane.
Oh my God. My name is Buck and I'm here to fuck. You got a little Kill Bill situation.
And just, that it could be someone else, but it could be one of those fake outs where they put Charisma Carpenter's voice so that we would get faked out, but then later we'll find out someone else. And it's like,
so as Beaver's cleaning up the popcorn from the ground, Daddy Dick and Kendall leave. He finds a condom wrapper under the couch and he's like, he sniffs it, he tastes it. It's suspicious.
The condom says live
this tastes
large.
Like Logan.
My thought was, because we're definitely doing the him, because Beaver's the one that comes in. I was like, why is Logan's car here? Why is this bright yellow car here? If you're going to do affairs, take a different car.
Why is this bright yellow car with all of its windows blown out here? Looks like we're shot with a goddamn shotgun.
Yeah. And then I was thinking, this could be Dick's condom, right? Like his brother could have had sex on the couch with somebody or something.
Could be Daddy Dick's condom.
Daddy Dick doesn't use condoms.
Yeah, of course he doesn't. Of course he doesn't. You see him at that firing range? He's got precision shot.
His pull-out game is spectacular.
This is the best podcast ever.
We'll let the listeners decide if that is.
But yeah, Beaver's suspicious now. So we then go to the sheriff's office. And Woody and Keith are there. Sheriff Lamb gives Keith the evil eye. Keith says to Woody, he's like, hey, man, I think I'm not going to run for sheriff. You know, it's just a lot of work. I don't think I'm going to do it. And Woody's like, you know what? I wish you'd reconsider, but you're a good man, Keith Brown. Keithy Brown. Like Charlie Brown?
I got what you're going for.
He's like, I wish you would, but if you reconsider, hit me up. But I like you. Keith's like, all right, cool. So Keith's walking away, feeling good about his decision, and then he overhears Jesse Doyle screaming at Sheriff Lamb, like, it wasn't a suicide. It wasn't a suicide. And Sheriff Lamb is like, we closed the case, idiot. It's over. He committed suicide. We found the note. It's done. I'm not looking into this anymore. He goes to the vending machine to get a fucking Pop-Tart or whatever.
Because she wants him to call another press conference because now the news is out that this guy was suicidal, and being suicidal and taking out a school bus of kids is like a whole nother level of, but I don't know.
Keith sees this going down. He starts clenching his jaw. He's like, not on my fucking watch.
Keith's face goes from serial killer to sad face. Like the first look is like, I'm going to murder this guy. And the second look when he hears Jesse, like, please, please, is like this sad face. And it's like, and I just wrote my notes. Yeah, he's going to change his mind.
Yep.
But I also don't want to watch him running for sheriff. I don't want to watch that. I also don't want him to be sheriff again.
I also didn't know that you run for sheriff.
Have you never voted?
I didn't know it was like an elected official thing. When I vote, I just kind of skim through and then go to the big ones.
Joe. Yep.
Do you look into the sheriffs that are running for sheriff?
I noticed that they say there's 2 sheriffs running, and I look into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just pick whoever has a cooler name.
That white privilege. They're not coming for me. Yeah, sheriff is always on the thing.
No, you know what I did? I did when there was like some kind of online quiz where it's like you write down all of your political beliefs and then they tell you like who to vote for, like based on your beliefs.
The AI.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh man, this is why America's what it is now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm part of the problem. I'm happy to admit it. Anyway, so Jackie and Wallace, they're there staking out a car. And Wallace is like, hold up, hold the phone. We're waiting. We're staking this out. I think it's this girl. And it turns out it was this girl, just some random blonde lady that we've been seeing throughout the episode.
Have we? We've been seeing her?
I think we have been. But Wallace left a note on her car saying that, like, I stole your spark plugs and I know that you fucking hit the Porsche, so you better come over here and give me your insurance information. Girl walks over there and Jackie's like, oh, that's the bitch? I'm gonna beat her up. And Wallace's like, oh, you know, what you do?
Like, do we need to take you to anger management? Or like, there's a counselor that Keith isn't sleeping with anymore that you might want to talk to.
So the girl comes over and she's like, give me my spark plugs back. And Wallace is like, give me the insurance information. So the girl gives her the insurance information and Wallace takes it down. He gives her the spark plugs back and they go their separate ways. And Jackie's like, who is that lady? I don't think I've ever seen her. She goes to school here. And Wallace is like, no, she's a reporter. And I could tell from her notebook, I guess.
Because the note that she left was written on the same paper.
Yeah.
Which they didn't bring, like, it's interesting. It's the interesting payoff. It doesn't pay off the way the phone payoff is, where Veronica sees like no change. Oh, he bought something so that he could use change. This one, I don't think you're going to know the type of paper when you see it. So you can't even kind of play along and solve it in the mystery. But I did like this. And then he references never been kissed. Like this lady's been a reporter undercover in the school.
Yeah.
Which is and crazy that in this school that has like up the security.
Yeah.
There's just a student. There's just a student that they don't know that's been like going to classes and just roaming around and nobody's been, do they not call attendance in school anymore or check? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess not. She got a school ID or anything? What's going on with this lady?
And also, what a dick. You're like a reporter. You hit a high schooler's car. Sure, they're an 09er, but you just hit the car and wrote a fake note.
Yeah. But then school security comes to take her away.
Mm-hmm.
And Wallace is like, Jackie's like, you know what? You're not bad, Wallace. And Wallace is like, yeah, and you know what? I take my payment in increments too. You're my rewards. And so Jackie leans in and gives him a little smooch on the cheek.
Mm-hmm.
And Wallace is like, that'll do for now, baby.
And
she walks away. She's like, maybe I should give nice guys a chance. And then Veronica walks over and is like, who the fuck is that? And Wallace is like, oh, that's Jackie. And Veronica's like, all right, Wallace. All right.
She's not like that. She's looking at her like, oh, her. Because the opening scene.
Like she kind of looked at Wallace like, all right, Wallace.
No, it was one of those like, I'm not going to say anything, but I don't quite like this person. Like it was more of a, that's what I got from that.
Yeah, because she would recognize her from the macchiato incident.
She's definitely like, go Wallace. This is Wallace is with the girl that I absolutely hate. Which I was like, this is a great dynamic now. Like, because Wallace is going to be hanging out with this girl who doesn't like Veronica, and they'll slowly become like better. But yeah.
So we go home. Keith's at home and he's cooking something. He's getting the Parmesan cheese grated and he's making the lasagna this time. And Veronica goes up to him and she's like, how'd it go with Woody? And Keith's like, I'm going to run for sheriff. And Veronica's like, yay, daddy, yay. And she hugs Keith and Keith's like, something about you has changed. Something's changed. And Veronica is in her monologue is like, fuck. How can he tell that I had sex? And then it cuts to Keith looking at her with the cheese grater, and he's just like looking at her like all creepy. Mm-hmm. She's like, I know my dad's a good private detective, but can he tell that I had sex?
And then they do that classic TV thing where two people are looking at each other, but it's a close up of Veronica whose face drops so that he would definitely know something's up if he was actually looking at you. But I don't know. I mean, that's not going to go anywhere any further. They just something different about you.
It's Logan said the same thing to Veronica too. So I was like, what?
And she's got that magical glow of losing her real virginity.
Her conscious virginity. All right. So then we cut away to the cops at the beach examining a body that washed ashore.
At first, I thought this was Ed Doyle. I wrote Ed Doyle in my notes, but I actually don't know if this is Ed Doyle.
Yeah, I don't know what Ed Doyle looks like. I was thinking the same thing, but I was like, I'm just going to leave it as a body. I don't know what this is.
Mm-hmm.
So the cops it's like 12 of them surrounding this body.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's at the office. Nobody's investigating anything else. Mm-hmm. Parking tickets, free for all.
Yeah. Everybody's
speeding.
Well, this is the first dead body that's ever shown up in Neptune besides all of them.
So they're examining a body. Sheriff Lamb looks at the hand of the body. He's like, hey, everybody, get a load of this. And written on the hand of this corpse is Veronica Mars. Dun, dun, dun. End of the episode.
I mean, I was down to watch the next episode anyway before this little cliffhanger thing got thrown in.
But us and the listeners are going to have to wait an extra week because next week we're not doing episode 3.
Yeah. So I think this is going to ruin Keith's campaign for sheriff.
Yeah. But that's the episode.
And also I was thinking, forget sheriff, go for a higher rank. You just solved the biggest case in town. Like get higher and then boot this Sheriff Lamb out of the office.
Run against Woody Goodman to become quote unquote mayor of.
I don't know what would be higher than sheriff, but under mayor that he could go for.
Deputy mayor. He could run with Woody Goodman.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think you want to run that sheriff's office again.
No. You still have a bunch of, you'd have to clean house and
yeah. But I mean, someone needs to clean house regardless because Lamb is a nuisance. Lamb should not be in charge at all.
Yeah. No.
And I think
handsome guy should not be in charge.
And then at the end of this, I was realizing Jesse's life is still ruined. I'm happy that Veronica got hers, I guess. But everyone still thinks Jesse's dad drove a bus off the edge of a cliff on purpose.
Yeah.
And here's the thing we never really solve, and maybe they'll bring this up next episode, but did he drive it off the cliff on purpose? Was it an accident? Like, what happened, actually? We still don't know what happened with this bus crash.
Turns out he was allergic to peanuts and didn't even know it. Started having a breakout.
Because drove it off the cliff. That's why I'm kind of assuming that this guy that they found on the beach is Ed.
Yeah.
Because I think we're not done with the bus story. It's no way that the bus story is done.
Yeah. Next episode is titled Cheaty Cheaty Bang Bang.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, probably. Is it spelled cheaty with the E-A-T?
Cheaty, like cheating.
H-E-A-T.
It's Cheaty. Cheaty Cheaty Bang Bang.
Well, I guess this has to do with Logan getting caught.
Ooh, tied in with the Cotter lady, maybe? Looking into her a bit more?
I think we're done with the Cotter lady.
Oh, all right. So you think that Logan's going to get caught in episode 3?
Yeah.
You think Daddy Dick's going to bring down the hammer on him?
I think Beaver finds out about it and blackmails or something.
Oh, that's a good prediction. That's a good one. Yeah.
I mean, he found the condom and he's been on the case.
Okay, I like that. I'm going to go with a separate cheating prediction. There's a big cheating on tests scandal at the high school. Somebody's cheating somehow. I'm going to say that Mac is somehow involved. She's helping give answers because she hacked into some Scantron answer thing.
Oh, you think Mac is the one helping to cheat?
Yeah, Mac isn't fucking a good person.
She would not want 09ers to achieve more. So
I mean, she might want to get a second convertible Beetle.
Or she could just talk to her birth mom and be like, hey, you're paying for college.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to go with a school cheating scandal. That's what I'm going to do. I like your prediction, though, of Beaver maybe confronting Logan or looking into the Logan-Kendall situation a bit more. Mm-hmm. I like that. But that's a wrap for Driver Ed, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for everything that you do for this podcast. Join the Discord, links in the show notes. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/boyswatchingbuffy. We're doing Dollhouse. We are releasing the Jurassic World Rebirth episode this week. Again, 3 hours long. If you just want to listen to that one, it's $3, $1 an hour. That's what a steal. So be on the lookout for that. If you want to get a shout out, Apple Podcast 5-star rating or review, Spotify 5-star rating, screenshot it, send it in to us. We have a Amazon wish list. Boys Watching Buffy on Instagram, Boys Watching Buffy on TikTok, boyswatchingbuffy@gmail.com if you want to email us something or other. And stay tuned next time for when we release a special, different episode that you'll see next week. Bye.
You're one of those freaky sex and death type kids, aren't you? We've been getting a lot here lately.
Seltzer Kings
podcasts.